Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Hello fellow YouTubers, and welcome back to ReeYees Retro Toys. On today's episode, I am going to take you on a tour through my collector cave and feature my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle items. Now, like a lot of young boys in the late 80s and early 90s, I was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle addict. I had t-shirts and toys, a sleeping bag, the vehicles. I think it's safe to say that when they hit the air and the toys came out, it was definitely considered a phenomenon amongst all of us young boys, much like Power Rangers did and Star Wars and He-Man, things like that. It was probably the most successful toy line in the late 80s with a cartoon crossover for sure. What's amazing about this toy line is that it lasted almost 10 years. It premiered in 1988 from Playmates Toys, who continues to hold the license and the franchise to create the toys today.
From Playmates!
It ended in 1997. So there are hundreds upon hundreds of action figures and vehicles that you can collect from the vintage line. I'm not saying it's impossible to collect the whole line, but it would take a lot of time, money, and effort to track down all the items in the original line from 88 to 97. And the creators at Playmates Toys, they went all out. They created obviously all the turtles and all the side characters. Some came from the cartoon, some came from the Archie comic series, and some just came out of their own imagination. You never knew what was going to come out year to year. They ended up creating all sorts of different weird turtles, like Star Trek, sewer-spitting turtles, wacky action turtles. But as a kid, I didn't have a lot of those items. I had the General 4 turtles, the Foot Cruiser, and some of the side characters. I had Shredder, Bebop, Rocksteady, Splinter. And what's great is I still have my original figures from when I was a kid, the exact ones that I played with.
Muckman and Joe Eyeball. Oh my.
Joe Eyeball. All right. Let me see him.
Muckman.
Muckman. All right. What do you say?
Thank you, present. And another one.
And another one.
Oh my goodness. Splinter.
Oh,
That's the
nice.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle gang, Grandma.
What do you say again?
Thank you.
Boy, you got
So
everything.
anyways, he was mad because I didn't tell you what to get him in Ninja Turtle, and I said, Matthew, I can't keep track all the ones he has and the ones that he doesn't have, and I wasn't going to tell you because they're real hard to find.
They're like
I was definitely the target market back then. I was 8 years old in 1988 when the toy line came out, and I still am a huge Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan today. Not only do I collect the vintage line, but I collect some of the 2003 series, even the Next Mutation, which you'll see here soon. And I have almost every figure and vehicle in package of the 2012 series, and I'm even collecting the current Rise of the TMNT series. So I'm a huge fan. I always will be. I saw the two original movies in 1990 and 91 when they came out that still are my absolute favorite to this day. Me and my best friend, we would be on the playground singing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle theme song as we were going on the teeter-totters. It was definitely a part of my childhood, and it makes me feel like a kid again every time I sit down and watch the original series on DVD or look at my collection of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle items. So, without further ado, I'm going to take you on a tour of my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle collection. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so I have so much TMNT in my room, I don't even know where to start. So I'm going to just start at this bookcase here. Here is vintage Raphael cookie jar. He's in pretty good shape. There's the box to the Turtle Blimp 2. Basically just a recoloring and re-release of the original Turtle Blimp. Here is my Foot Cruiser from when I was a kid. Still intact. You can see the chrome. It's extremely worn, but I'm just happy to still have it from when I was a kid.
No, Bebop and Rocksteady and the Flying Foot Cruiser. Looks like they've got an eye on our boys.
Hey, these dudes are a real pushover.
Michelangelo to the rescue in the Party Wagon.
Right above here, We have the sewer sport balls. I have all 4 of the turtles. There is the box to the sewer playset. If you've watched my channel, you saw when I actually got that. I just got that this past year at the flea market. There is a talking gumball bank, which I believe I picked up at Brooklyn's Marketplace. I wasn't doing videos then, but that's where I did pick that up. And right over to the right here, I have vintage mirrors. They're kind of hard to see with the glare, but I have Donatello, Michelangelo, and Leonardo back there. And they're still in their boxes. They were never hung up. So I'm on the lookout for the Raphael. I got those at Cash and Culture. At the bottom of this bookcase, I have a lot of my Mini Mutants playsets.
There's huge news in the sewer. The Mini Mutants. It's Toko with a sneaky surprise. A mini Technodrome with Mini Mutants all its own. In the Turtle Tenderizer Chamber, Mini Shredder has painful plans for Raph. Up top, a Mini Bebop's keeping an eye out. There's looking at ya. But Leo's got it totally covered. It's Leo's Turtle playset with some big mini surprises of its own. Like a cool sewer scope and Mini Leo and Mike. Whoa, there's even a place for you, Shredder. Teenage Mutant Mini Mutants. The sewer just got smaller, dude.
There's the Turtle Van and Sports Dawn, Lieutenant Leo, Baseball Raph, Cave Bebop, Safari Mike. And here are a couple of the 2003 Turtles. Raphael and Shredder still in their bubbles that I picked up at Time Traveler Toys. And there is a catch game that has the Velcro on the inside, and you catch the, there's the ball right there. And right under here, we have the smaller version of the collector case. And we have the Raphael toothbrush still in the box, along with my Ultimate Warrior one. And behind here, we have Totally Awesome Dueling Dudes in the box. So it has the Turtle versus Shredder, kind of like Rock'em Sock'em Robots. And to the side here is still sealed the original 1990 movie poster book, which I thought was a cool find. I think I found that at Cash and Culture as well. And on this bookshelf, I have a lot of my various games and puzzles. There's a bunch of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle puzzles. I'll zoom in on the different artwork that we have here. Yeah, all sorts of puzzles and games were made for Ninja Turtle. There's the card game. There's the Heroes in a Half Shell card game. The Mutant Maker. There's a giant 300-piece movie puzzle. And then here is the Tower of Doom game.
There's a million toys at Toys R Us that I can play with.
From Canada Games, we have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tower of Doom action game. 1887, some assembly required.
I wanna be a Toys R Us kid.
In here I have even vintage bandanas that are pretty cool. All sorts of different card backs that I picked up. Here's the storybook to the movie. And then I have all sorts of Turtle VHS tapes. The movie, Vanilla Ice Ninja Rap, Coming Out of Their Shells tour, which I love. And all sorts of the different cartoons. And in this corner, I have my vintage Technodrome and Party Wagon. These are both complete with all the accessories inside. Here's the vintage Party Wagon. Great vehicle. I never had this as a kid. I only had the foot cruiser. So I'm happy to have this in my collection now. And what Turtle fan did not want the Technodrome? Seriously.
The
Turtles are assaulting the Technodrome. Inside are the Foot Clan's weapon storage chamber, Krang's laboratory, and Shredder's master control room. Huh? Turtles? Oh, they've been spotted. Now they'll have to watch out for the I Spy radar, that hidden ooze pit, the spike back door. Turtle soup time. Oh no, an ooze scanner, a brain scrambler, and mutant manacles. Can Leonardo rescue them?
Sure hope so.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
From Playmates.
Took me a while to complete, but I did eventually complete it. And I'm just going to go ahead and start going on my wall here of all of my carded stuff. There are the Sewer Heroes, Super Dawn and Super Mike, and all 4 of the Star Trek Turtles. There are vintage sunglasses on the card. There's the Ninja Shooter, where they shot marbles out of their bellies. Michelangelo. There's the 2003 series Pez dispensers, still in the package. There's the elusive 2012 series Muckman, who was once $400 in the package, but the price has definitely come down since then. And up there we have Usagi Yojimbo from the 2003 series in April, along with the Shredder, Air Ninja Shredder, actually. And this is kind of a cool piece that I like. This is a sealed Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle 3 cassette tape, still in the plastic, back when they still had cassettes in stores. And this begins my giant wall of carded Ninja Turtles. There's all the wacky action. I believe these came out in 89 and 90. The Mouser's a great figure. There's Rocksteady Shredder, Creepy Crawlin' Splinter, Sword Slice and Leo. And then we go down to the Talkin' Turtles. They have these little quick strips that slide through their shells and make them talk.
We have ways of making you talk! Whoa, Shredder's right! Because with the talking turtles, all you have to do is just pull the sound strip and...
Hey dude, that's my line.
Well, how about...
Sounds good to me.
Each of the talking turtles come with 2 of their own talking clip strips. Plus, you can get more strips separately. So when Shredder talks tough, the turtles always get the last word.
Now we're talking.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
From Playmates.
I have all 4 of those. And there is the head dropping series. You push their head down and it clicks down into their body, and then you press their legs and the head pops back up. I have all 4 of those. Here's a lot of the original 1988 releases. April and Leo. There's Mike, Donatello, and Raphael.
Splinter the rat taught them each the ninja arts. Donatello, master of the staff. Leonardo, the katana blade. My God! Raphael, the sleeve. Don't run into all kids! And Michelangelo, the nunchakus.
Radical.
And master of the willing pizza.
Hey, who had the pepperoni and ice cream?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
From Playmates.
Splinter. And we move down here to Rocksteady and Shredder. And these are the original soft heads that came with the fan club form in the back. These are definitely more desirable in the card because you know it was the original release with the fan club form. I don't have Michelangelo, but I have Donatello, Raphael with the fan club, and Leo, the fan club. There's the Foot Soldier. I know a lot of us collectors like the army build the Foot Soldier. And some of the 89 releases were Ace Duck, and Casey Jones, General Trag, Baxter, Krang, and Genghis Frog. I had Genghis Frog as a boy. He was always one of my favorites to play with. There's Usagi Yojimbo. And into the 1990 line, there's Fugitoid, Sewer Surfin' Mikey, Undercover Donatello, Sewer Samurai Leo, and then there's Space Cadet Raph. Here's Chrome Dome, Brown Chuck, and Pizza Face. And one of my favorite characters is Slash. I was really happy to get him on the card. Scumbug, Mutagen Man, Dirtbag, Hose 'em Down Dawn. Over here in the corner we have the Sewer Sports Turtles.
3, 2, 1. Hey there, sports dudes. In baseball tonight, Grand Slam and Raph slammed a hit. Unfortunately, the ball didn't go anywhere because it was attached to a pole. In football, TD tossing Leo's making sure the Foot aren't having a ball. In basketball, Slam Dunkin' Don's becoming a real basket case. And in wrestling, we find Shell Slamming Mike pinned by his python. More Sewer Sports All-Stars coming up, but now a word from our sponsor. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. For Playmates, dudes.
Shell Slammin' Mike and Grand Slam Raph. Shell Kickin' Raph, Slam Dunkin' Dawn. Slapshot Leo, TD Tossin' Leo. There's Make My Day. Storage shells. I only have 2 in the card. I have Leo and Donatello with a storage shell. There's Ray Fillet, Napoleon Bonafrog, Panda Con, Mondo Gecko, Wingnut and Screwloose, and a lot of people's favorites. There's Muckman and Joe Eyeball. Here's the second version of April with the orange trim and the press on her chest. There's Space Usagi and Worm, Skateboard Mike, Zack the Neutrino. There's Tattoo, Sergeant Bananas. I had him as a boy. Here are the Rock and Rollin' Turtles. Great line for all of us music fans, which I am. Here's a classic rocker Leo, Rappin' Mike, Heavy Metal Raph, and Punker Don. And of course, they also released the Mutant Military line, which has Lieutenant Leo, Raph the Green Beret, and not Navy SEAL, but Midshipman Mike and Pro Pilot Dawn. The second series, there's Delta Team Dawn, Yankee Doodle Raph, Dimwit Doughboy Rocksteady, and Private Porknose Bebop. There's Rock and Roll Mondo Gecko and Dr. L.
There I was, on safari in deepest Africa with King Lionheart, mutant king of the jungle, and Dr. L, a very heavy dude. When out of nowhere comes Anthrax, the one-man lynch mob. Things weren't going too well, okay? So I called in some reinforcement. Monty Moose, the moose-faced mutant who always gets his man. And once again, the world is safe for picnics. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Pass the peanut butter.
In '93, they released Half Court in their Scale Tail from '92. Mona Lisa is from '93. And there's another one of the sewer heroes, Mighty Bebop. From the Toon Turtle line, Toon Burn, which was April's boss in the cartoon. There's the Wacky Wild West, Cowboy Dawn. And Movie Star Splinter from the Movie Star line, which they released for the second movie, not the first, and Movie Star Foot Soldier. There are the Sewer Spitting Turtles. I really like this line because it's very early 90s. Let me move my Alf there. The cars are just so bright and vivid. I really like this line in the package. You don't see artwork like this on action figure cards anymore. There's something to be said about this line. They really took pride in the various artwork that they did for these. Then there's the movie 3 Turtles, Samurai Dawn, and Mike, and Raph, Leo, movie 3 Splinter, and April, Warlord, Mitsu, and Kenshin is back there as well. Might as well start at the bottom and move up here. There's April, the Ravishing Reporter. There's the 3rd version of April. And Shogun April. The Ninja Newscaster April. There's another wacky action, Headspin Bebop. And for all of us collectors, we absolutely love the Universal Monster line. There's Leo as the Wolfman, Dawn as Dracula, Mikey as Frankenstein, and Raph as the Mummy. That's the first series. And the second series of the Universal Monsters included Mike as the Invisible Man, April as the Bride of Frankenstein, and Raphael as the Mutant, and Leonardo as the creature from the Black Lagoon. There's a robotic Rocksteady up there, and Warrior Metalhead Michelangelo. That's an extremely rare figure. I found him at Steel City Con a few years ago. Here's a couple of the Apollo 11 Astronaut Turtles. I have Raphael and Donatello. Up here we have Monty Moose and Toka and Razar from Secret of the Ooze. There's Merdude. There's an original 10-back Softhead Bebop from 1988. Rat King from 89, and there's Triceraton from 1990. There's a Shogun Shredder. He's a cool figure. Walkabout. And Leatherhead. And there's Super Shredder, also from Secret of the Ooze. Here's the whole line of Olympic Turtles.
Welcome back to the International Turtle Games. Today's winners are, in the hammer throw, track and field Leo. Whoa! Next, it's Hot Dog and Mike tearing up the slopes. At the pool, Super Swimming Raph is making everybody else look all wet. And Powerlifting Don is making those weights fly. Look out! Oh, hope the Turtle Games were as much fun for you as they were for me.
From 1992. Powerlifting Dawn, Track and Field Leo, Super Swimmin' Raph. There's, from the Adventurers line, Arctic Donatello. Kind of another rare figure there. And I have the whole Coil Force line, where their limbs were kind of attached with springs so they could stretch them out and they'd snap back. I have all 4 of those in the package. I have a couple of the Cyber Samurais. There's Raphael and Michelangelo. And that about sums up all of my mint on card items. There's a turtle laundry or utility bag, still in the bag. There's a little Michelangelo there with a sewer. I think that's from the X-Files, but I don't know. Here are a couple of the vintage TV trays in really good shape. There's a vintage plush Donatello. Here I have hanging from my ceiling the Turtle Blimp 2. I threw a head drop in Raphael as the pilot at my daughter's request. I've also hung up Needle Nose and Killer Bee, which I think are cool figures, as well as the Knucklehead with a foot soldier on top, and Rocksteady's Pogo Copter. On top of these Datolf cases, I have the various vehicles. There's Dawn's Carnival Car, and the Technodrome Scout, the Sewer Dragster, the Speedboat, the Samurai Scooter, the Mutaraft. There's Bebop's, I think, Sewer Cycle or something like that. The Ninja Newscaster bike. There's Farmer Mike and his tractor. There's the Rebel War Horse from movie 3. There's that cool Waterfalls game that you fill with water and shoot basketball.